Shalom, shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Kamadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations, you brothers, pushing this word with truth, saving with charity. Alright, so, real quick, what I really want to go into real quick, alright, is pretty much not being a hypocrite, you know. Don't be a hypocrite. You know how much Yahushua hate hypocrites. He don't deal with them. Alright? And what Yahushua say, do as they say and not as they do. Alright? Do as they say and not as they do. You know? You got guys that'll tell you something. Alright? Don't do it themselves. Like the scriptures say, it is one that is profitable unto others, but it is unprofitable unto themselves. You know, and that says a lot. You know, so you may get some good information from a guy, all right, but yet that information that he gives you, he still don't practice it for himself, all right, which in turn makes him a hypocrite. All right, we can't sit there and be telling brothers and to do certain things, and you don't agree with this and don't agree with that, and then you go back and do what, you know, you do what you just said that you didn't agree with. It makes no sense. You know, I remember when I was on, it was me, I was talking to another brother and the elder brother Mathiah, man. All right, he fucking cut me like in the door, in the gate. You know what I mean? I was talking to a brother, I was getting on a brother about something, and then he stopped me in mid-tracks. He was like, hey brother, how you gonna tell him XYZ and you just did XYZ? And you know what I had? I had the shit face. You know, and I always try to, you know, since that day, you know, if I tell a brother something, or if I'm telling a brother, giving a brother some advice, that me myself is taking heed to that own advice. Like the scriptures tell you, examine ourselves, man. All right. First, look at the beam in your own eye. First, you know, here it is. You got a beam in your eye. You got something sticking out your shit, and you so busy worried about another brother's shit, when you still got you still got a big ass problem in your goddamn self. Your problem might even be bigger than his problem. You know? We got to first look at ourselves before we sit there and tell somebody to do something or get somebody some advice. Because the scriptures say what? Judge not lest you be judged, and a greater condemnation come on you. You know, so you can't be no hypocrite, man. You can't tell somebody to do something, tell a brother or speak on something, and then you turn around and do the same shit, man. All right? Hey, and do the same shit. You know, that's not becoming of a man. Not only just a man of the Lord, but that's real. What you would call that's iffy behavior, man. Who you know? And then you know who really likes to hang around hypocrites? You know, nobody. You know. Matter of fact, let me get some real quick, because I don't know, I'm driving, but you know, Spirit just jumped on me real quick. Alright. This ain't gonna be long, it's just something that was just on my spirit real quick. You know, because a lot of guys, right, they can't take their own advice, man. They can't take their own advice. I've seen it. You know, a brother would, brother, eat the meat, spit out the bone. These your elders. Shut the fuck up. But yet themselves couldn't do it. All right? But yet themselves couldn't do it. I've seen brothers bash brothers. All right? And then they get put on blast for their own bullshit and can't take the reproof. All right, when it comes out, and then next thing you know what? They fall out. They become a scoffer. First, they always become a scoffer. All right, because one thing that these guys can't do is self-examination. because self-examination would always would keep you from hypocrisy. All right, hypocrite. All right, self-examination would keep you from all right. All right, this is we know how Yahushua felt about hypocrites too, man. Because I just said the word hypocrite, and he said, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outwards, all right, but are within full of dead men's bones and of all uncleanliness." Right. So you sitting there telling somebody to do something. Yeah, you look good for the moment. You look beautiful, but really, you rotten in the inside. You a piece of shit. All right. Now, you got brothers who just need to man up on certain things and really just watch what they do. But it's a lot of niggas, IUIC and, ISUPK. Hey, look, man, ain't nowhere in hell you can say you love the Lord and you can't call on this and we don't got the name. All right? But you got people that are silly women, all right? And then you got simple men, because the scriptures say a simple believer of every word, that just take the man's word for it instead of, that's why I call IUIC an Israelite Baptist church. All right? Because none of them actually really pick up the scriptures for themselves, because if they see it, if they really study for themselves, all right, and really sincerely study for themselves, they'll see what we're talking about. All right? And yet these soft ass men, these effeminate ass men, because that's really what they are, all right, they play on people's emotions instead of dealing with facts. All right, they continue in their hypocrisies and they play on people's emotions. They tell you law, but yet themselves don't keep the law. But yet themselves, they don't keep the law. All right, the scriptures say that the name of the Lord is a memorial forever. So the name of the Lord will always be somewhere on the earth. All right, but that's another thing. That's a whole nother topic. All right. But let me see if I can get, through the spirit, because I'm driving, so I can't really, all right. I'm gonna read that Matthew 7 that I basically quoted it. All right, this is Matthew 7. I'm gonna start at 1. Judge not, lest ye be not judged. For with the judgment ye shall judge, with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured unto you again. All right, and the Lord will flip it back on you so motherfucking quick. All right, you end up getting cussed out the same day for some shit you just talked about. Hey, I didn't seen it. All right. And that's not that's not a good thing, man. Like the scriptures say, a hypocrite drive away a friend. You know what I'm saying? Destroy for friend. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. It says, and why beholdest the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considereth not the beam that is in thy own? But considereth not the beam that is in thy own? All right. It says, or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull the mote out of thy eye, And behold, the beam is in thy own eye. Thou hypocrite, first cast out the beam out of thy own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast the mote out of thy brother's eye. Right? So once you deal with your own shit, you will have understanding, and you can see clearly, and then you'll be able to really help a brother better. You know, because you tell somebody something and they know you dealing with the same shit. Hey, look, they'll look at you like you crazy, especially if you coming down on them. They'll look at you like you crazy. You know? So let me get this, I think it was in Proverbs. I say destroyeth his neighbor, not friend. Alright, this is Proverbs 11:9. And hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but through knowledge shall the just be delivered. Alright? You know what I'm saying? So you being a hypocrite, you destroying your neighbor. Because for one, you got to be an example. What example is there in being a hypocrite, man? You got to practice what you preach, man. All right, the scripture, you got to practice what you preach. You got to be an example. But you want to be an example of being a hypocrite? You ain't going to do nothing but raise up a bunch of hypocrites. And that's what the wicked scribes and Pharisees was about. All right? Like the scripture say, as the ruler, so is the people. So if you sit there being a hypocrite, you don't think the men that's under you, like, well, he do it, I'm going to do it too. The next thing you know, the whole congregation, full of hypocrites. You know? But yeah, that's not a good thing. You know, I ain't going to drag it on, but you know, really, and once you've been in the faith long enough, we should really have a mind that not only are we examples, you know, we're men, you know. Don't, like you put a burden on a brother that you wouldn't even do. That's for one, it's not even brotherly. But you got men that have done it, and then got made examples, and then become scoffers, and eventually disappear. All because really deep down, you couldn't examine yourself, you know. So with that, I just hope it was edifying. I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem, Kakadash. Devil unto the apostle and elders, great millstone. And salutation, you brothers, pushing this word with truth, sincerity, with charity. Shalom and the blah, blah, blah.